Hello friends, welcome to Spoken Quora. Do you have a dream that seems too big or impossible to achieve? Do you feel hesitant or afraid to take the first step toward making that dream a reality? What do you think of when you picture yourself failing? Does the idea of failure make you want to give up, or does it make you want to try again and push forward? Our goals can shape our identity and give meaning to our lives, but fulfilling those dreams isn't always easy. There are many challenges along the way that can make us feel stuck or prevent us from moving forward. It's a given that we'll all face failure at some point. Sometimes, failure can crush your spirit and make you feel less confident in yourself. However, every successful person has gone through this. The difference is, instead of giving up, they choose to take another step forward. For them, failure isn't something to be afraid of, it's a challenge that can be overcome. The key is in how we face that challenge and learn from it. In this summary, you'll discover how to embrace failure as a learning opportunity and turn it into personal growth. You'll understand the different types of failure and learn how to manage them. You'll also gain insight into mental strategies that will help you attract success. This summary will teach you how to face challenges with a healthy mindset, and how to develop the kind of thinking that leads to success. Most importantly, it will help you unlock the power within you that every successful person possesses, the ability to transform failure into success. By applying the lessons from this summary, you'll be on your way to reaching your goals. So, what is failure to you? How do you define it? Most people look at failure in a negative light, as something that blocks their path to success. But while failure can be tough, it's essential to see its positive side as well. Rather than viewing failure as an obstacle, think of it as a chance to learn and grow. When you change the way you see failure, you'll find it easier to deal with life's challenges. This is what many successful people do. They view failure as a step in their journey, not a dead end. Instead of fearing failure, they treat it as an adventure, something that challenges them to leave their comfort zones. This mindset helps them recognize their weaknesses, which they then work on to become stronger and better individuals. A great example of this mindset is J.K. Rowling, the beloved author of the Harry Potter series. Before she became one of the most famous writers in the world, she faced countless rejections and setbacks. Rowling was a single mother, struggling financially, and dealing with depression. She sent her Harry Potter manuscript to numerous publishers, only to be rejected over and over again. In total, 12 publishers turned down the book before it was finally accepted by Bloomsbury. Even after her first success, Rowling continued to face challenges. But instead of giving up, she kept writing. Her perseverance eventually led her to create one of the most successful book series of all time. Today, Harry Potter is a global phenomenon, and Rowling's story is an inspiration to millions. Life will test you in many ways, but to achieve your dreams, you must not fear failure. Instead, see it as a valuable lesson. Every time you fail, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I grow? Remember, failure is not the end. It's a stepping stone on your journey to success. How to deal with the fear of failure. Fear is one of the biggest reasons most people never become what they have the potential to be. Fear keeps them stuck, and instead of pushing themselves to improve, they stay in their comfort zones, happy with what they already have. Over time, they even start to limit their own potential, giving others the chance to look down on them. If you want to be successful, you should never let fear hold you back. The moment you stop worrying about what others think of you, you open the door to limitless growth. By doing this, you can become the best version of yourself. In his book Life Beyond Measure, Sidney Poitier talks about a turning point in his life that changed everything. Sidney, a Bahamian-American actor, was once looking for a dishwashing job in a newspaper. After failing to find anything, he threw the paper away in frustration. That's when he noticed an ad that read, "Actors Wanted." Out of curiosity, he read the entire ad and found out that the American Negro Theater, located nearby, was holding auditions. When he arrived at the audition, the director asked him to read a passage from a book. This was a tough task for Sydney, as he had only attended school for 1 year and found it hard to read, especially with his Bahamian accent. The director grew frustrated and snatched the book away from him, telling Sydney that he should stick to dishwashing since he couldn't read or write. He was then kicked out of the audition. Feeling defeated, Sydney went back to looking for dishwashing jobs. But then he had a realization: he never told the director he was looking for a dishwashing job. If the director saw him only as a dishwasher, it was because Sydney had allowed himself to be seen that way. At that moment, Sydney made a decision. He wasn't going to be defined by someone else's opinion of him. He was determined to prove to himself and to the director that he was more than just a dishwasher. Sydney eventually found a dishwashing job, and after his shifts, he'd read the newspaper. One day, a waiter asked him what was happening in the news. Sydney admitted that he didn't know how to read. In response, the waiter took the time to teach him how to read. Slowly, Sydney's reading and speaking skills improved. With growing confidence, he decided to give acting another shot. This time, Sydney landed the lead role in a Broadway play called Lysistrata. From there, his career skyrocketed. He went on to become the first African-American actor to star in a major Broadway production. His breakthrough came when he won the Best Actor award at the 1963 Academy Awards for his role in Lilies of the Field. Sydney didn't stop there. He went on to direct films, including the 1980 comedy Stir Crazy, which became the highest-grossing film ever directed by an African-American at the time. He later received an Academy Honorary Award and, in 2009, President Barack Obama awarded him the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Sydney's incredible journey of success happened because he refused to let the director's harsh words define him. Instead of letting those words discourage him, Sydney used them as motivation. He didn't stay stuck in his old self, the one who struggled with reading and speaking. He worked hard to grow beyond that, and his commitment to learning and improving made him the legend he became. If you want to become what you dream of, remember not to let others decide your worth. Believe in yourself and push past the limits that fear tries to place on you. Take small steps forward and keep improving yourself. This is how you can become the person you aspire to be. Don't let your ego dominate your actions. You need to let go of it, even if it means metaphorically flipping off your ego. Often, the fear of failure stems from being too proud. Many people remain stuck in their comfort zones because they fear others will see them fail. However, to succeed, you must view failure as an opportunity for self-discovery. Every mistake you make will teach you about your weaknesses, your strengths, and what you still need to learn. If you release your ego, you'll realize that no one cares how much you've struggled, they only notice your success. If you look foolish in front of someone and they mock you, laugh with them, keep a good sense of humor, and show that making mistakes is normal because you are a human being who is constantly learning. A great example of this is Arno Ilmer. During the early years of his rock climbing career, Arno faced numerous challenges. At the age of 35, he wrote a book titled The Rock Warrior's Way, Mental Training for Climbers, which discussed his climbing philosophy and has been used in many countries like Brazil, Mexico, the United States, and Spain. In his younger years, Arno was full of confidence and determination. He believed his identity was defined solely by his achievements. He held on to this belief until a particular climbing experience changed everything. During a climb, Arno misjudged the difficulty of the route. He thought he could easily scale it but ended up falling halfway through. Too embarrassed to share this failure, Arno kept it a secret from everyone, even asking the person controlling his safety rope to stay silent. For years, Arno compared himself to others, never openly discussing his failure because he feared it would make him seem worthless. This mindset held him back. However, at 35, Arno realized that self-worth isn't determined by comparing oneself to others or by achievements but by constant learning and growth. He decided to share his journey and lessons in his book. Today, Arno teaches his clients that their primary goal should be to learn, not to chase success. He also emphasizes that comparing yourself to others can hurt your confidence and stifle your desire to improve. Most of us focus too much on success and are afraid to acknowledge the mistakes that are part of the journey. Often, we underestimate our abilities. The solution to this is courage and self-belief. Take a deep breath and move boldly toward your goals. Change your mindset. Transforming negative emotions into positive ones isn't easy. Contrary to what some may say, simply thinking positively won't magically fix everything. Instead, real change comes from taking small, proactive steps to shift your mindset. Distract yourself from problems by focusing on activities that require concentration. This could be a hobby that demands focus, a meaningful conversation with a friend, or even a trip. Once you've regained your positive outlook, you can return to address the problem with a fresh perspective. Different strategies work for different people, so find what works best for you. Acceptance is a powerful way to overcome frustration. Things won't always go as planned, but being adaptable to changes is the best way to cope with unexpected situations. Take Vera Wang, for example. Her first dream was to join the U.S. Olympic skating team. She began her journey at the age of 8, but by 19, she didn't make the team. After graduating, Vera decided to lead a normal life and began working as an assistant at Vogue magazine. With dedication and hard work, she was promoted within a year to become the magazine's youngest fashion editor. For 15 years, Vera worked diligently with the hope of becoming Vogue's editor-in-chief, but the promotion never came. Despite this, Vera never considered herself a failure. Instead, she saw her past setbacks as opportunities for growth. She left Vogue to work as a design director for Ralph Lauren, and later, she became one of the world's most renowned wedding dress designers. Vera Wang never looked at her life through the lens of unfulfilled dreams. Instead, she kept moving forward, rising above every disappointment. Life isn't always fair, but perseverance is key to success. Life can deceive you, even after your best efforts. Staying positive and adaptable is what helps you grow and become better. In the end, you have two choices: either remain stuck in a negative mindset, constantly doubting yourself, or accept life as it is and move forward. You must understand that you can't control how life unfolds. Often, it's not you who changes life, but life that changes you. Develop a passion. Passion is that strong inner drive that pushes you to keep moving forward, even in the face of challenges. It builds mental resilience and gives you a sense of accomplishment. Passion teaches you how to stay happy even after facing difficulties and how to rise again after multiple failures. Of course, success doesn't come instantly. But if you nurture that passion within you, it will keep you motivated and on track, especially during moments when you feel like giving up. To develop passion, you need to be inspired from within. For Ellie Robinson, following in the footsteps of her idol helped her reach her dreams. Ellie was of short height, but she never gave up on her goal of becoming a swimmer. She started learning to swim at the young age of 4. 7 years later, she watched her idol win 4 gold medals in swimming, and that athlete was also facing the same physical challenges as Ellie. Her idol was Ellie Simmonds, who became her inspiration. Watching Simmonds win her 4th Olympic gold at the 2021 Paralympics inspired Ellie Robinson to pursue her swimming career with even more determination. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to subscribe. If our videos have touched your life or made a difference for you, your support means more than words can express. You can donate just 5 rupees to our UPI account mentioned in the description so we can provide stationery like copies and pens to underprivileged children every week. By contributing, you're not just supporting our work, you're becoming a vital part of our mission and our story. Your generosity helps us keep our passion alive and creates even more meaningful content. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you for your kindness and support. Now, let's return to the summary. However, Ellie Robinson faced a major setback when she was diagnosed with Pertus disease, which made it difficult for her to turn and dive. She had to take a 6-month break from swimming. But she didn't give up. She returned to the Great Britain Paralympic team in Rio de Janeiro in 2016 and set a new record in the 50-meter butterfly event, surpassing even her idol Ellie Simmonds. Robinson won the gold medal, all thanks to her fierce passion. Ellie trains 15 hours every week, starting her day at the pool at 5 a.m. sharp. She balances her time between training and physiotherapy, managing it all with precision. Her story teaches us that passion is a powerful force that can help us overcome any obstacle. Despite the numerous challenges she faced, Ellie Robinson never gave up, and that's why she became successful. Her courage, hard work, and passion were the key to her achievements. Just like Ellie, you too may face situations that make you doubt yourself, but to be successful, you must keep reminding yourself why you set that goal in the first place. Stay passionate and dedicated to your dreams. If you embrace your passion, nothing and no one can stop you from succeeding. Give up if it's not worth it. We rarely realize how much the principles of society influence us. From a young age, we've been taught that to live a good life, we have to go through various difficult stages: study, work, start a family, retire, and then die. We grow up believing that life follows a set path, but that mindset puts immense pressure on us to meet society's expectations. Living a good life doesn't mean conforming to the standards set by others. It means living in a way that is true to ourselves. If we only do what others want, we'll never truly be happy. That's why it's important to prioritize what matters most to us, what helps us grow into better individuals. We often envy the perfect lives of social media influencers, but we don't know the reality behind their glamorous posts. Take the example of Essina O'Neill, a well-known influencer who quit social media. At just 19 years old, she had over 600,000 followers and earned thousands for every post she uploaded. Her job required her to wear fashionable clothes, travel to stunning locations, and pose for pictures, all to attract more followers. While many people might think she had the ideal job, Essina saw things differently. Despite everything looking perfect on the outside, she decided to quit. Later, she revealed that her online persona had taken over her life, distancing her from reality. She felt trapped by the pressures of maintaining her influencer image and realized that true happiness couldn't be found in likes and comments. The lesson: live a life that's meaningful to you, not what society expects. Her job put pressure on her to live a perfect life, where she had to hide her imperfections, unable to reveal the real truths of her life. Her social media account illustrated how people often live in an imaginary world, one that is far removed from the reality they truly experience. This story shows that real success comes only when your life is grounded in reality. Essina O'Neill realized she wasn't happy with the facade she was presenting. She noticed that despite having fame and wealth, so many people, including herself, were still unfulfilled. True success requires a solid foundation. To be genuinely successful, you must build your life on a solid foundation, knowing exactly what you want to achieve. That way, when you do succeed, you'll feel truly alive and fulfilled in every aspect of your life. Chasing someone else's dreams or living up to other people's expectations will only add to your stress. So, make sure you have a clear understanding of what you really want from life. Work hard to achieve your own goals and enjoy the process. Once you reach your destination, you'll realize that success is not about conforming to others' standards but about fulfilling your own dreams. In this world, success is nothing more than having a dream for yourself and realizing it. Conclusion. In this summary, we've discussed the real meaning of failure and success. You've learned that failure is not something to fear, but rather something that can propel you forward. Failure should not be a reason to quit but should motivate you to keep going. The fear of failure often stems from your ego, and trying to meet others' expectations will never allow you to step out of your comfort zone. Letting go of your ego helps you focus on yourself and your goals. You've learned that you should live life on your own terms, not based on society's standards. Successful people often ignore societal pressures and follow their own hearts and passions. You also learned that accepting failure and knowing when to change course shows mental maturity. Developing a passion that aligns with your personality is key to growth. Remember, failure is just a step forward. Each failure teaches you something new. If something isn't working for you, adjust your plan but stay committed to your goal. In the end, success is about creating and following your own path, not someone else's. Just like Ellie, you too may face situations that make you doubt yourself, but to be successful, you must keep reminding yourself why you set that goal in the first place. Stay passionate and dedicated to your dreams. If you embrace your passion, nothing and no one can stop you from succeeding. Give up if it's not worth it. We rarely realize how much the principles of society influence us. From a young age, we've been taught that to live a good life, we have to go through various difficult stages: study, work, start a family, retire, and then die. We grow up believing that life follows a set path, but that mindset puts immense pressure on us to meet society's expectations. Living a good life doesn't mean conforming to the standards set by others. It means living in a way that is true to ourselves. If we only do what others want, we'll never truly be happy. That's why it's important to prioritize what matters most to us, what helps us grow into better individuals. We often envy the perfect lives of social media influencers, but we don't know the reality behind their glamorous posts. Take the example of Asina O'Neill, a well-known influencer who quit social media. At just 19 years old, she had over 600,000 followers and earned thousands for every post she uploaded. Her job required her to wear fashionable clothes, travel to stunning locations, and pose for pictures, all to attract more followers. While many people might think she had the ideal job, Asina saw things differently. Despite everything looking perfect on the outside, she decided to quit. Later, she revealed that her online persona had taken over her life, distancing her from reality. She felt trapped by the pressures of maintaining her influencer image and realized that true happiness couldn't be found in likes and comments. The lesson: live a life that's meaningful to you, not what society expects. Her job put pressure on her to live a perfect life, where she had to hide her imperfections, unable to reveal the real truths of her life. Her social media account illustrated how people often live in an imaginary world, one that is far removed from the reality they truly experience. This story shows that real success comes only when your life is grounded in reality. Asina O'Neill realized she wasn't happy with the facade she was presenting. She noticed that despite having fame and wealth, so many people, including herself, were still unfulfilled. True success requires a solid foundation. To be genuinely successful, you must build your life on a solid foundation, knowing exactly what you want to achieve. That way, when you do succeed, you'll feel truly alive and fulfilled in every aspect of your life. Chasing someone else's dreams or living up to other people's expectations will only add to your stress. So, make sure you have a clear understanding of what you really want from life. Work hard to achieve your own goals and enjoy the process. Once you reach your destination, you'll realize that success is not about conforming to others' standards but about fulfilling your own dreams. In this world, success is nothing more than having a dream for yourself and realizing it.